and welcome to the Talk of the Town podcast, where each week we bring you valuable insight and information that directly affects our local business community. I'm Danielle Hawley, and I'm the Executive Director of the best Chamber of Commerce around the Fontana Chamber of Commerce, and I'm proud to bring you our Talk of the Town podcast with my awesome co-host, Mr. Carlos Garcia of FYI Technologies. Carlos, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Phenomenal. I'm looking forward to today's episode.
Me too. I think we have one of your friends on today. We
Yeah.
have this week our very own Ron Moore, CEO of Moore United Construction Incorporated. Ron is also a board member for the Fontana Chamber of Commerce. Ron, welcome to the show.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to this little chat we have today.
Yeah, we're super excited. Well, one of the things here, we've been wanting to bring in our board members a little more frequently, just so our folks at home listening and our members can get to know really the chamber on a deeper level, because they see myself and our staff out at the events, but we also have a lot of our board members that attend the events. So thank you for being so engaged with our community. But it's just an opportunity for our audience to get a deeper understanding of who our board of directors are. So thank you so much for being here. We wanted to start off first by you sharing with us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about me is I started in the military as in a combat arms unit for 5 years and served our country as an NCO, and really enjoyed it, and glad I was able to serve our country. And I really try to help veterans. I know exactly how they feel. And after the military, I served 22 years as a reserved LA County deputy sheriff. And during that time, started our first company up. And now we have a construction company that we've had for several years. And not only are we working in California, we go nationally on certain accounts. So it's really been a blessing and a great ride.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for your service. We appreciate you. That's so awesome. Tell us a little bit about your family.
My family, I'm married to a beautiful woman that's a director of a hospital, San Antonio Hospital. And she supports me in everything that I do, even on the crazy things I decide to do and how we help people a lot. I have a wonderful daughter who's a school teacher in San Diego. And I have my son who's a military intelligence officer in the Army, and he's a first lieutenant and stationed in Germany, enjoying life right now.
That's so awesome. Now, your company's a little bit of a family affair as well, right?
It is. Everybody, my sister's my CFO and my best friend, and she's the one that's really the face of the company. And then everybody that's been with us has been several years, and we treat everybody like family. We're a dysfunctional family, but we work real hard, and everybody reaps the rewards. And it's great to it's a great company when everybody looks forward to coming to work every day. And then on weekends, we talk just to chat, even if we've been together all week long.
I love that.
Hey, don't forget about Sterling, man. You got to introduce Sterling
I
too, right?
I have my service dog that's with me. I'm a disabled veteran-owned company.
He's got to make his appearance.
This is
right.
Mr. Sterling.
Oh my goodness.
And he goes everywhere with me.
You need to tune in to YouTube and see the visuals that we're seeing, because this is going to make your whole entire day.
So he's my baby. He goes on plane flights with me all over the country and goes in my car and my vehicle and in the office. And the only time he's not next to me is when somebody's eating lunch and he's over next to them. They're his new best friend.
No, I love Sterling, man. I always get hugs when I see Sterling, man. So I love Sterling. Me and Sterling have a great relationship for sure.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
So, since we're talking about some of this, I know that the first time I ever met you was actually at one of your sister's events for Valley Veterans. And that's how I got to know you. I got to connect with you and her. But tell us about Moore United Construction. Tell us about some of the great things that you are doing, some of the great things, projects and community-based things that you have done with Moore Construction.
Our legacy is really not our construction company. Life's so short and eternity's forever. And we really base our legacy on integrity and service. We build excellence, but the company in full is, we work hard to build up, our company, but we help a lot of veterans. I'm very adamant about helping veterans, helping homeless veterans. My sister's the CEO of her own nonprofit, which is Valued Veterans Program, VVP. And we go out and talk to vets that are homeless, and we give them go bags and food and try to help them that way. Because, when I got out of the military, we got a slap on the butt and said, good luck. And I had no idea what I was going to do. And I'm not going to let that happen on my watch. So we help veterans that way. I'm also on the board of directors for Habitat for Humanity, Pomona Valley. And we just finished our second house that we're not charging a penny. It's our cost to do the job, and it's going to veterans. So 2 vets are going to get these homes in Chino Hills, which is really going to help them out because they can't afford housing right now. And then Mount San Antonio College, we're part of the, President's Circle, and the veterans there, we do a lot for the Veterans Resource Center, the VRC. So I go and speak to the vets. I mentor the vets. We hire vets to work for us while they're going to school. The only stipulation for them to work for us is they go to school full time. And last year we gave 7 scholarships to vets for Mount Sac College. And it's not to pay for their schooling, because when you get out of the military, you have a GI Bill, it pays for your schooling. But what we pay for is their electric bills, their food, their car payments, anything like that. And this year we're giving out 10 scholarships to help them out. So we're really out trying to help veterans as much as we can. There's a lot of, I guess you want to say, people out there that say they help vets, but most of the money goes to admin. This all comes out of my pocket. I don't ask for a penny from anybody. It's just, paying it forward, because I'm very blessed to have the life that I have now.
Talk a little bit more also about what you do as a construction company. Talk about some of those cool projects. I mean, I've seen some awesome pictures over the times that we've known each other.
Our construction company, we have a division that does tenant improvements. So we do a lot of tenant improvement. We're building a restaurant right now. We have a project in Missouri that we just finished for Home Depot, a distribution center. We have an Air Force base in Texas. I just got 2 projects in Mississippi. We have a lot of projects throughout California where we do work for Bank of America. We do work for we do clean rooms all over the country. And that's my flooring division. We have a flooring division, an electrical division. Our flooring division's huge. We just finished projects in Costa Rica, Panama City, Mexico City, all over the United States for clean rooms and for pharmacies, and a lot of military bases because we're disabled veteran owned. Our electrical division, we do solar and EV charging stations only for commercial, and then lighting through projects throughout California and Arizona. So we're diverse where we hit all aspects of construction. If it's not full construction, then we'll do electrical or we'll do flooring. So we try to not only be the GC, but also subcontractors.
That's awesome. I want to know, we always try to get a pulse on the economy and what's going on in various industries. Are there any challenges that the construction industry is facing right at this moment?
I think with DOGE, my military is everybody's stalling, and I have probably 20 projects at Edwards Air Force Base. They're going through, but nothing's looking like it's going to be coming up to bid anytime soon. They're stopping funds. But being diverse, we do national accounts, we do hotels. We're not a monster company. I know it sounds huge, but it's just certain projects. We do schools, and a lot of bonding just came out. So where you go after schools that have bonding. But I think in my mind, and I'm part of it's called the CEO Circle through Morgan Stanley, Chase Banks, and they have 69 CEOs throughout the whole U.S. that meet, and we, mentor each other and put our minds together. A lot of them think, yeah, it's going to hurt right now, but I think the economy is going to be great. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm still, war chesting everything to make sure that we're strong. Yeah. But I guess it depends on the people you're talking to. I know military is slowing down the workload that way.
Mm. Well, and time will tell. I know everything kind of ebbs and flows, and new administration, and it's pretty fresh. So it'll be interesting to see how everything kind of pans out. But it's good to know that you guys seem to be doing well, and I like that you're so diversified, like you mentioned. So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So very wise on your part. Let's talk about the chamber for a moment. And Carlos, I know, I think the first time that I had met Ron was at one of our mixers. I think it was like a year ago at the Hilton Garden Inn. We did our
Yep.
annual night mixer, and that was our first introduction. But I want to talk about your transition, your journey into the Fontana Chamber.
That was a blessing, to tell you the truth. I've joined other chambers, and usually I last about one meeting and I leave because it's clicky and it's not what I'm looking for. And I hate to say that because I'm sure, great chambers out there. But when we went to Fontana, and I'm talking about my CFO and her and I went, and Carlos, you're the one that said we should join it. We went there and I was like, these are the people that I want to be around. And the funny thing is I put 100% into it. And we go to the luncheons and we go to the mixers, and everybody's so great. And the board of directors, I thought, oh, they'd be stuffy. Great people to talk to, great people to mentor me, and vice versa. And now I make it, a point that either my CFO or myself goes to the luncheons, goes to the mixers, and we talk to everybody that's part of the chamber. And I've met a couple of construction company owners that are real small, and they come in and I'm mentoring them and I'm helping them, build their company, tell them what I do. And even when they need pricing, I say, use this person or I'll give it to you at my cost. Let's build your company up. So it's really been a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and that's something I think that that I gravitated towards Ron with that. It's just that giving, right? It's constant giving, never taking, just constant giving. And I think that's what sets you apart from a lot of people. That's what sets Kelly apart from a lot of people too. It's just you see is what you get. And I think that's why we all vibe so well, for sure.
And thank you, Carlos, for being such a good ambassador for the Fontana Chamber. You're not even on the ambassador team, but you're like an honorary ambassador.
There we go.
I met with the vice president of our bank the other day, and I told her, do you belong to Fontana Chamber? And she's like, no. I'm like, you need to join the Fontana Chamber.
Thank you.
So she's going to be contacting you guys and saying, let's join it. And, let's chase banks. So let's get them in there.
I love it.
And you've heard me say, Danielle, you've set the standard. You've set the standard. Bottom line, and I think anything that you compare outside of that to the Fontana Chamber, it's like, does it come close? Probably not. It's like probably not going to be a good thing or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's kudos to you for doing such a great job and continuing to do so.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Ron, so do you have any upcoming events or anything upcoming that we should pay attention to, put out there for you, or talk about so people listening or watching can get involved?
Mainly the events we go to are through the chamber, and we push everybody to do it. I know that I'm going to be doing the Miss Fontana pageant. I told Phil I'd be a part of that. And I know, again, our legacy is helping veterans. So the VFW, they don't have a facility. So we're letting them do a big chili cook-off in our warehouse and parking lot. And it's going to be loaded with people. And just going out there and spreading the word, and just don't let the little things get to you. And it's always trying to be kind, because, what comes around goes around. But we're doing a lot of, the VRC. I'm going to speak over there, and we're going to be handing them our annual donation, and then putting out the luncheons and everything with them. That's a Veterans Resource Center at Mount Sac College. But anywhere you can thank a vet, trust me, it's appreciated. And even first responders, being a reserve deputy for 22 years, it wasn't easy, and you have to thank them as well. So we try to help as many first responders. Any first responder that comes to me and needs work on their house, we're not a residential company, but we do residential. I don't charge them a penny of profit. It's always cost. Same with veterans. And that's how you pay it forward, because again, I always say this: if it wasn't for vets, none of us would be here today.
Amen. Yep. Agreed. I feel like your heart it just shows through in all that you do, all that you guys say, your whole team, your wife, just amazing, amazing people. Thank you for being such a good example within our business community. I know we've talked a lot about, paying it forward and being a good community member, right? Not just being a taker, but somebody who also gives to the areas in which we live and we work. And that's so important. Thinking about kind of in that vein and just business as a whole, you have a lot of experience in a lot of different avenues that have, kind of brought you to where you're at today. I hear mentoring, and that's something that we've talked about with our board of directors, really starting in 2025 to start to mentor and invest in some of the younger entrepreneurs and businesses coming up. So just off the top of your head, what's some advice that you would have to those who are listening that may be thinking about starting a business or might be early on in that tough season of starting a business?
One, have capital. If you don't have capital, find somebody that will joint venture with you. Right now I have 5 guys that I'm dealing with that I'm joint venturing with, and I have the dreams and the aspiration to push it. These 5 guys are giant construction companies that, $1 billion clients they have and stuff like that. And there's no greed factor. Don't be greedy. Be willing to learn off, everybody else. I have mentors that help me because I started with nothing, not knowing anything. And I talk to them daily. What do you think about this? And I have ideas. They shoot them down. Listen to people. But the first thing is no risk, no reward. Take that chance. Try, but you have to be willing to work 60-hour weeks. I work 60-hour weeks. I'm always thinking, I'm always networking. Networking's so important, and talking to the right people. So I would say most likely, just take the chance, find people, ask questions. People ask me questions all the time, and I ask them, well, what are you doing? Are you willing to work 60-hour weeks? Are you willing? I mean, if you're starting at 9 o'clock and leaving at 2, stay at your job because you're not going to be an owner. Yeah. We work a lot of hours, but it's really worth it. And, Carlos, you owning your company, the same thing. You put a lot of hours in, but it pays off. And be kind and humble. I always talk to everybody. I don't care if you're the lowest person or the highest person. You're all equal to me.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's the way it should be, man. That's the way it always should be. Yeah.
People come into our warehouse and they see me sweeping and they don't know anything about our company. And they're like, where can I find the boss? And I say, oh, walk through those doors. And they'll go talk to somebody. And I'm sweeping my warehouse because I'm clearing my mind.
Yeah.
You're not better than, when you think you're better than somebody, you're not a leader.
Yeah. I love that. And I always say, leaders, you can't take people any place that you're not going yourself. And I think modeling that and exemplifying that, you're not afraid to pick up the trash, like you said, or sweep, and I think it's just that team mentality, right? Like, it's not like a us versus them, it's a team. And that's something that we really try to focus on here at the chamber. And that's like a phrase that I've coined since I've been here, is the family, the chamber family, and really, understanding that we in our capacity are here to serve. And so I love that our board of directors reflects that very core value of that servant mindset. And you guys are fantastic. And it shows in all of your extracurriculars and things that you're investing your resources and time into, and not being selfish. So you're a great example to us in our community. And we're so happy that you joined the chamber, that you chose us out of all the chambers around. We're so happy that you're here in Fontana. But I'm just so excited about the future and where the board's going, the chamber's going, and just, the insight and wisdom that we have sitting around the table at our board meetings to really help influence that. So thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate it because the board I didn't choose the board, they chose me. And Fontana Chamber, Danielle, everybody speaks highly of you. Take it because it's true. You do a great job. And I think you're one of the reasons why I said yes and would be a part of it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, how can people connect with you? Where can they find you? Are you guys on social media, website?
We're on all the social media, and of course, I have to ask my child how to open my phone, so I'm not very great at it. But we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Facebook. I can always be reached through my email, or when we go to the functions for the chamber, please talk to me, because I talk to everybody, and so's my sister talks to everybody, and we listen, because we even have people say, I'm going in for an interview. And they'll come to our office, and I'll have all the people in our office interview them to see if they're strong enough to go make an interview, and
Oh my
help them with their resumes. Even if it's nothing to do with construction, it's just helping people. And if people get that in their mind, think how great this country's going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for all the amazing work that you're doing. We're so excited to have you on the team and helping to lead the charge with all that we're doing, not just in Fontana, but in our region here. It's a testament to really who we have sitting around the table on our board of directors. And so I'm just so happy and thrilled that you're a part of the team.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it as well.
Perfect. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, our episodes drop every Tuesday at 10 a.m. You can find us on all of our broadcasting platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube. Check us out. Follow our social media. We always have the links there as well to our upcoming episodes. Thank you again, Ron, for being here today and taking your time out and visiting with us. Carlos, appreciate you and all that you do behind the scenes. You are our technology guy. So if you need help with technology, Carlos owns FYI Technologies. And I love your slogan, if technology makes you cry, call FYI. And that's why you're here, because I am not the technology girl. So we make a good team. High five to you.
Right back at you.
Well, we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll hope to see you at one of our events. Find Ron, pull him aside, talk to him, tap into the wisdom, you guys. I always say we're going to provide the meaningful opportunities for you to connect and network, but you have to show up and you have to engage. So until next time, we'll see you on the Talk of the Town podcast.